Welcome to the Explosive USA channel. Ukraine has launched rocket attacks on key Russian sites. Ukrainian forces repel Russian attacks on power plant as Kyiv boasts improved fighting potential. Ukrainian forces have been successfully repelling repeated Russian assaults on the Volhyrsk power plant while Moscow continued to relentlessly shell the cities of Kramatorsk and Siversk, British military intelligence said on July 22, as Kyiv said that it has for the first time acquired its significant potential to advance its forces on the battlefield. Volhyrsk, located some 50 kilometers northeast of Donetsk, is Ukraine's second-largest power plant and a strategic infrastructure objective that Russian forces are keen to capture. In its daily intelligence bulletin, Britain's Ministry of Defense quoted Vitaly Kim, the governor of Ukraine's Mykolaiv region, as saying that Russian forces had used 7 air defense missiles to strike infrastructure, energy facilities, and storage depots in the area. British intelligence noted that Russia has stepped up the use of air defense missile systems to attack ground targets, a fact that betrays a critical shortages of dedicated ground attack missiles. It said that Russia has almost certainly deployed S-300 and S-400 strategic air defense systems meant to shoot down aircraft and missiles at long ranges near Ukraine from the start of invasion. The Ukrainian military said on July 22 that the main efforts of the Russian army in the eastern Donetsk region are concentrated in the Kramatorsk and Bakhmut directions. Meanwhile, President Volodymyr Zelensky said in his nightly address that a meeting of Ukraine's military command on July 21 has established that Ukrainian forces have a significant potential to advance our forces at the front and to inflict new significant losses on the occupiers, and that Kyiv needs to increase the intensity of its attacks on Russian forces. Zelensky also noted that several members of the U.S. Senate have proposed a resolution recognizing Russia's aggression against Ukraine as genocide. He said it was the first result of the visit of his wife, Alina Zelenska, to Washington this week. A bipartisan group of 7 senators introduced the resolution on July 20, shortly after Zelenska spoke to members of Congress about the war, highlighting the suffering of Ukrainian civilians. The resolution recognizes that Russia's actions, including forced deportations to Russia and the killing of Ukrainian civilians in mass atrocities, constituted genocide against the people of Ukraine. The resolution calls on the United States, along with NATO and European Union allies, to support the government of Ukraine to prevent further acts of Russian genocide against the Ukrainian people and supports tribunals and international criminal investigations to hold Russian political leaders and military personnel accountable. Russia's military has kept up its relentless artillery bombardment of civilian-populated areas, including Kyiv, Ukraine's second-largest city, where at least 2 people had been killed and 19 wounded. Russia denies targeting civilians. Russian forces also bombarded a residential area of Nikopol, a city south of Zaporizhia, killing at least 2 civilians and wounding 9 others overnight, including several children. The mayor of the southern city of Mykolaiv said the city had been targeted again on the evening of July 21 after being shelled earlier in the day, injuring 1 person and damaging infrastructure, energy facilities, and storage areas. He said 13 residential buildings in the city center were damaged by the shockwave and debris. Subscribe for more update news of Russia-Ukraine war.